Foods with high vitamin B12 content. The main foods that contain vitamin B12 are dairy, salmon, eggs, and animal meat. Supplements may be necessary for vegetarians, expectant or nursing mothers, and others who may be deficient. Because your body cannot produce vitamin B12 on its own, you must obtain it from your food or supplements. Vitamin B12 is an essential nutrient. Suitable sources of B12. Animal kidneys and liver. Among the foods highest in nutrients are organ meats. Lamb liver and kidneys in particular are high in vitamin B12. A 100-gram portion of lamb liver supplies an astounding 3,571% of the recommended daily intake of vitamin B12. Although the daily value of vitamin B12 in lamb liver is often higher than that in beef or veal liver, the latter two may nevertheless contain around 3,000% of it per 100 grams. Additionally, lamb liver has significant levels of copper, selenium, and vitamins A and B2. Vitamin B12 is also abundant in the kidneys of lamb, veal, and beef. In addition to providing more than 100% of the daily value for selenium and vitamin B2, lamb's kidneys supply over 3,000% of the daily value per 100 grams. B12 material. 100 grams of lamb, beef, or veal liver can provide you with up to 3,571% of your daily recommended intake of vitamin B12. Conversely, a dish of kidneys can contain up to 3,000% of the daily recommended amount. This mollusk has exceptionally high vitamin B12 concentrations and is a lean source of protein. In just 190 grams, you may obtain more than 7,000% of the daily requirement. Clams. Little, chewy shellfish that are rich in nutrition are called clams. A 100-gram portion of clams, particularly entire baby clams, contains over 200% of the daily required quantity of iron. Clams also contain a lot of antioxidants. Sardines. Small saltwater fish with fragile bones are called sardines. Though fresh ones are also available, they are typically marketed canned in liquids like water, oil, or sauce. Sardines are particularly nutrient-dense since they are high in practically all of the nutrients. A meal of 150 grams of drained sardines supplies 554% of the recommended daily intake of vitamin B12. Additionally, it is a great source of omega-3 fatty acids, which have been demonstrated to have several health advantages, including the reduction of inflammation and enhancement of heart health. One of the best sources of vitamin B12 is beef. A 190-gram grilled flat iron steak supplies 467% of the recommended daily intake of vitamin B12. Additionally, the same quantity of steak has more than 100% of the daily values for zinc and selenium, and it has respectable quantities of the vitamins B2, B3, and B6. It is advised to select low-fat beef slices if you want higher concentrations of vitamin B12. For the B12 content to be preserved, it is also preferable to grill or roast rather than fried. B12 material. Vitamin B12 is present in around 5.9 micrograms per 100 grams of beef. In terms of daily value, that is 245%. Enhanced cereal. Since this vitamin B12 is synthetic rather than sourced from animal sources, it could be suitable for vegetarians and vegans. Fortified cereals can be a rich source of B vitamins, notably B12. However, they are not usually advised as part of a balanced diet. For example, 60 grams of malt oatmeal raisin bran provides up to 62% of the daily value for vitamin B12. This cereal also has good levels of vitamin A, folate, iron, and vitamin B6, with 29% of the daily value in a single serving. Consuming fortified cereals on a daily basis might raise blood levels of vitamin B12. Tuna is a popular fish that is high in protein, vitamins, and minerals, among other components. It has elevated levels of vitamin B12, particularly in the dark muscles that are located just beneath the skin. A 100-gram portion of cooked tuna provides 453% of the recommended daily intake of the vitamin. A superb vegan source of protein, vitamins, and minerals is nutritional yeast. It is a kind of yeast that is cultivated expressly for human use. Vitamin B12 content in 15 grams of nutritional yeast can reach up to 733% of the daily value. Trail fish that are said to be among the healthiest are rainbow trout. This kind of freshwater fish provides an excellent source of B vitamins, healthy fats, and protein. A 100-gram portion of trout fillet provides around 312% of the recommended daily intake of vitamin B12. Salmon. One of the greatest quantities of omega-3 fatty acids is commonly found in salmon. Additionally, it's a fantastic provider of B vitamins. 208% of the recommended daily intake of vitamin B12 may be found in 178 grams of fried salmon. Enhanced plant-based milk. People who are looking for a plant-based, high-nutrient alternative to dairy milk are drawn to non-dairy milk. Although vitamin B12 content in soy, almond, and rice milks is not naturally high, these milks are typically fortified, making them a great source of the vitamin. Soy milk is one example, offering up to 86% of the daily value for vitamin B12 in 240 milliliters. Dairy products and milk. Dairy products like cheese and yogurt, as well as milk, are excellent providers of protein and a number of vitamins and minerals, including vitamin B12. 46% of the daily value of vitamin B12 is provided by 240 milliliters of whole milk. Another excellent source of vitamin B12 is cheese. Swiss cheese, in 22 grams, provides almost 28% of the daily required intake. Plain yogurt with added fat might potentially be a good source. It has even been demonstrated to benefit those who are vitamin B12 deficient in their condition. It's interesting to note that research indicates your body absorbs vitamin B12 from milk and dairy products more readily than it does from beef, fish, or eggs. B12 material. One excellent source of vitamin B12 is dairy. 46% of the daily value is provided by 240 milliliters of whole milk. Eggs. Complete protein and B vitamins, particularly B2 and B12, are abundant in eggs. About 46% of the daily value for vitamin B12 is provided by 2 eggs. It's time to check now. What is B12 in a vitamin? Water-soluble vitamin B12 is important for several bodily processes. It's essential for maintaining regular brain function, aiding the synthesis of DNA and red blood cells, and protecting your nerves. The reference daily intake for those who are pregnant or lactating is significantly higher, about 2.4 micrograms. Intrinsic factor is a protein that helps your stomach absorb vitamin B12. This material attaches itself to the vitamin B12 molecule to facilitate its absorption by your blood and cells. The extra B12 is kept in reserve in your liver. Your body stores any excess food that exceeds the reference daily intake for later use. What is a lack of vitamin B12? If your body doesn't create enough intrinsic factor or you don't consume enough foods high in vitamin B12, you might become deficient in the vitamin. Animal products, particularly meat and dairy products, are the primary sources of vitamin B12. Fortified foods, however, can be excellent providers of this vitamin for vegans. Do you need to take supplements of vitamin B12? Individuals who are susceptible to vitamin B12 insufficiency are advised to take vitamin B12 supplements, such as elderly people, women who are expecting or breastfeeding, vegans and vegetarians, those with digestive issues, and people who have undergone stomach surgery. Vitamin B12 in supplements is synthetic, similar to that found in fortified sources, making it suitable for vegan diets. There are several different kinds of vitamin B12 pills. You can put them under your tongue, chew, drink, or swallow them. Vitamin B12 injections can also be administered by a medical expert. Both oral vitamin B12 and injections into the muscles work equally well to raise B12 levels in those who are deficient. In fact, after receiving injections or supplements for 90 days, those with low levels of vitamin B12 were able to replace their stockpiles. Poisonous anemia. Nevertheless, poor food intake is not the only cause of vitamin B12 insufficiency. Sometimes the absence of an inherent component is the cause. Intrinsic factor deficiency is most prevalent in the elderly and is typically linked to pernicious anemia, an autoimmune illness. Although tiny quantities of vitamin B12 are absorbed without intrinsic factor, lifetime vitamin B12 injections are the most frequent therapy for pernicious anemia. Which meal has the most B12? Vitamin B12 content in organ meats like liver and kidneys is quite high. Additionally, clams are a great source of vitamin B12. How can I naturally raise my B12 levels? By eating foods high in vitamin B12, you might be able to raise your vitamin B12 levels. Typically, they consist of eggs, dairy products, and meat from animals. Another option is to use dietary supplements. Vitamin B12 injections or supplements may be used as a kind of therapy for individuals with pernicious anemia. Which fruits have the highest amount of B12? Vitamin B12 is not found in fruit. Animal meats, dairy products, eggs, and some fortified foods, such nutritional yeast and morning cereals, are good sources of vitamin B12. How can I quickly increase my B12 levels? Consuming foods rich in vitamin B12, including organ meats, clams, or sardines, may help you increase your vitamin B12 levels. Eggs and dairy products can be considered vegetarian sources. Fortified nutritional yeast and grains are examples of vegan sources. To raise your levels, you can also take nutritional supplements. Your body needs vitamin B12 for several vital processes, making it an essential nutrient. Foods fortified with nutrients, animal products, and nutritional supplements all contain significant levels of it. Dairy products, sardines, clams, liver, and cattle are among of the richest sources. Eating these foods can help you prevent vitamin deficiencies or build up your stockpiles, which can have a significant positive impact on your general health. If your diet isn't providing enough vitamin B12, you might want to consider taking liquid supplements.